Hello, and welcome to the Superhero Hub. I'm Sam,
I'm Matt.
and today we're reviewing,
Preacher.
yeah, this episode, I guess is episode 5 or 6. I know it's called Pig, and for a very good reason. So yeah, the kind of,
Big step up in the villain department already.
well, yeah, that was kind of cool that they're I liked his origin story, as it were. So yeah, we're kind of properly introduced to Herr Starr, as it were. So yeah, it kind of starts off there in Vietnam, and then there's a couple eating, and then all of a sudden the wife starts freaking out, and it's because the pig's floating.
Mm.
There's a flying pig, as it were. Well, a floating pig. So I don't really know what that was about. It was a kind of unexplained thing, which is kind of like, I guess, what one of the signs of the apocalypse, as it were.
hmm
So you kind of had that, which was kind of fitted into things really because of how the season was going, but also it kind of it helped introduce Herr Starr as well. So we kind of had like a flashback of him and how he kind of got indoctrinated into whatever organisation he's involved with. What did you think of that?
Yeah, I thought it was cool. I thought it was fun. I think are they? They seem like an easy go-to because the German and because Hitler's in the show. But aren't they just like basically Nazis?
Um, I
It's like
guess
uber
so.
religious. Like religious, they are like Nazis.
I guess so. So yeah, it kind of starts off and he turns up and it's basically like a job interview. It's him and a bunch of other guys,
hmm
and like I'm trying to think what the one of them was like the wrestling thing where they had to like beat the guy up and all the other guys were getting body slammed, and then he started tugging it and stuff like that as a distraction, and then the guy was like, "What are you doing?" and he just slapped him up. Then there were the first one was the whole religious thing, and it was like, "Are you a Christian?" and then it's kind of like they kind of said, I guess in passing, that they're religious. So I was like, yeah, very, very much so. And then you had the kind of I guess the interrogation scene where you got the woman there and she's got whatever, and then it's just like, give it now or I'm gonna kill you and all your family, and that was pretty cool. I mean, he's a funny guy. I wonder if like I'm hoping he's like funny full stop, as opposed to he was just funny then in the flashbacks, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I think he will be. I think I could be wrong, but assuming basically they're contrasting him with the last villain, who basically didn't speak aside from a few times, then this dude's more of a talker and he'll kick your ass too. I thought it was funny how this whole thing's basically like a spy training kind of thing. Like you had the electrocution one as well, and you
Yeah,
had the firing range for the last one.
that
And
that was the best one. That was the one that kind of surprised me. I didn't see that
I,
coming, but I was thinking,
I did, but I thought it was great. And
yeah,
um, I thought it was interesting. I don't know, maybe I'm just reading too much onto this, but I thought maybe it was interesting that the other guy, the one he shot at the end, and I think he's the one who was like all charming with the girl,
yeah,
was basically he was kind of like James Bond, like a gentleman spy kind of dude. Like he wished him luck and everything, and this dude's not, obviously. And let's face it, he does look like Blofeld. It seemed kind of like they were playing them up against each other.
yeah. So yeah, I thought that bit was sick. So I mean, back kind of within the group of the three and stuff like that, they're still kind of looking for God, and they've got no idea still. Tulip's kind of suffering badly. She's getting nightmares and stuff like that from her thing with the
Yeah,
scent
when
of,
he got touched.
yeah, so she's kind of melting out over that and stuff like that. I guess his fate's still kind of up in the air, but I guess he's just stuck in that truck. So yeah, I guess
Is Jesse lying to her then when he says like he sent him back to hell?
Yeah, I guess so. But I guess he figures, he's not going to get out of there, so
Mhm.
really don't need to kind of expand much more on there. You got Dennis. Dennis is dying, and he like asks Cassidy for the gift, as it were, and then Cassidy's like not on it because they finally bump into someone like in the bar. They're kind of in the bar and stuff like that, and like he actually speaks French, so you kind of get a translation, so you know what's kind of going on there. I guess Cassidy gets mullered and then ends up like the guys are going around after Mardi Gras picking up the drunk people, and is kind of classed as dead, so he gets kind of stuck in a morgue. So yeah, I'm trying to think what else happened.
And that was a fun scene. It was kind of like their version of that the magician dude's trick of always dying and coming back.
Yeah.
I suppose it's a clever way to scam money. They've got to try and do it somehow, wouldn't they?
Oh, that was cool as well. Yeah, I like
Yeah.
that one. And I guess Tulip's just like all over the place because she goes back there to kind of like, yeah, to get shot up. Which I guess the whole experience is really getting to her. So yeah, Herr Starr, I guess, present day is kind of going around like keeping stuff on the down low. Jesse goes and kind of bumps into like a conspiracy theorist guy and is going on about like weird unexplained stuff, and that's like a sign of the apocalypse or whatever. So you kind of had them two hanging out, and then yeah, Herr I guess goes to Vietnam and kind of sorts out that problem, kills all the people in the village and the pig. So that
Did
kind
he, was he always going to kill the people, or did he kill them because his water was like dirty?
of I don't know.
Because he seemed to be like putting up with them kind of, and then he looked at his water and decided, "No, I'm going to kill them all."
I guess because that was the like excuse at the end, wasn't it, on the TV? It's interesting, like most of the things they're kind of leads, I guess, they get from watching the TV, and then this is like the big thing that they kind of missed. They're all kind of doing their own thing, and not one of them sat down and was like, "Oh, look, what's going on here?" You know what I mean? So they kind of missed that, I guess.
But we also, before we get back to present day, like Star seemed to take over the entire organisation by just
Yeah,
pushing that dude off the roof.
that was pretty cool as well. Yeah. So I mean, if I throw back to earlier, I mean, it's good that there's kind of comedy from the main group and the kind of villain as well. I think I remember him saying something really funny as well, and I can't remember what it was, which is
What was he
annoying.
saying?
Uh, I think it was like near the end. It was like present day and stuff like that, and he came out with something really funny, and I was thinking it's going to be kind of cool. But yeah,
Yeah.
I kind of like him, and I like the way they did it as well. It's a good kind of we kind of had a flash of him earlier on, and now they kind of fully indoctrinated him into it. Did his kind of origin story, made it cool, and kind of went from there.
Yeah, I like the organisation as well, but how who they take out. Like you hear this a lot when you hear about conspiracies of these like big evil overlord groups, like in Batman Begins, where they burnt London back in the day, right?
Yeah.
Except with this lot, apparently they killed John Belushi. That's so random.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm wondering where they're kind of gonna go from now. Then, really.
Well, I don't know. It's interesting with Cassidy's son. It's like I don't know how vampires work on this show because Cassidy seems like a nice enough guy. So, is it a case where you become a vampire and you can become evil, or do you just carry on as you were?
I don't really know that much either. I guess you don't want to curse him, as it were.
Hmm.
So,
Also, like it's a bit late in it. I always want to become a vampire when you're that old,
mm,
unless you can do like Dracula and get young again.
could be.
Maybe. Now, there's got to be something to the thing with the soul being gone as well.
Um, yeah, there's a lot of things that kind of happened that kind of got played down. So it'll be interesting to see where that kind of goes, I guess.
Yeah, I'm not sure. So, is Star gonna hunt them down, or are
I've
they gonna hunt him down? I don't know. I can't work out which way it works. Like, who's going after who?
I think he'll probably end. Yeah, because it said at the end, didn't he? Is we've got a problem in New Orleans, Jesse Custer. So I guess he's going to bump because, as I said earlier, with the TV thing, they're kind of not aware that anything's going on. So I
Okay.
guess he's going to kind of come to them.
Oh, Jesus as well. Apparently, Jesus is like locked up somewhere. But is what I can when the guy was describing about Jesus, what I couldn't work out was, is this the second Jesus, or is it the same Jesus? They talked about like before God went away, like he impregnated someone. So is this like Jesus too?
I guess so.
Okay.
That's what I can. I mean, the way you explained it there, I'd say that was.
Because it's just from what I got from the, like, what the guy was saying was before God did whatever, he gave one last gift to humanity, and he impregnated someone.
Maybe it's Jesse with Genesis or whatever.
Maybe. Oh my God, what? He's Jesus.
I don't know.
Either. People who have read comic book are probably thinking we're absolute knobs right now.
Let's talk numbers.
I will give it an. I'm going to give it an 8.5. I really like the villain. I thought it was fun.
I'll probably give it a 9.
Cool.
I'm kind of hovering around the same area. I thought it was a real good episode.
I thought, because I like the Saint Killers, I thought he was a very effective villain, but I do prefer this. It's much more fun when you've got a fun villain who's also effective as well.
Yeah, because kind of there was no depth to the Saint Killers. I mean, yeah, we got a little bit into it last episode, but then it was kind of glazed over and kind of wrapped up. But whether it stays wrapped up is debatable. So yeah, at least this villain's got a bit of depth. So yeah, I'll give it very high numbers. I'm Sam.
I'm Matt.
And we'll see you next week for more Preacher.